They tried to steal her home over $200 in fees, until a stranger no one expected stood up and said 5 words that changed everything. Nora, 63, had lived in her modest home for over 30 years. It was the house her late husband built by hand. The front porch still had the initials of their daughter, etched into the concrete. But after he passed away, things got tight. Nora missed a few HOA dues during her cancer recovery. Not much, just $200, mostly late fees. She explained her situation, even offered to pay in installments. But the HOA didn't care. Krena, the HOA president, had a reputation for cleaning up the neighborhood. "You can't be a charity case here," she told Nora in a meeting. "Rules are rules." A few weeks later, Nora got a certified letter. The HOA had filed to seize her home. They were auctioning it off to cover unpaid dues and legal costs. She couldn't believe it. "They're trying to take my house." Over this? The court date arrived. Nora stood alone, shaking, holding a folder of medical bills and receipts. She looked out of place among the sharp suits. Karen walked in confidently with 2 lawyers and a thick binder. The judge started asking questions. Nora explained everything: her treatments, her husband's passing, her promise to pay. Karen interrupted. "We followed procedure, Your Honor. We posted notices. We have the right to recover the property." The judge looked uncomfortable. But by law, Karen wasn't wrong. Just as he was about to speak, Amin in the back row stood up. "Your Honor, I'd like to speak." The courtroom turned. He wore a mechanic's uniform, grease on his hands. "I'm Eli. I don't know Ms. Nora personally, but I know injustice when I see it." The judge asked who he was. "And I was the HOA treasurer. I resigned when I saw what they were doing. What they didn't tell you is that Karen waived similar fees for her friends. Nora was the only one they went after this hard." He handed the judge a printed email chain. Karen turned pale. "Also," Eli added, "I found a donation ledger. Nora once donated $5,000 to this HOA's playground fund before her husband passed. Before she got sick." The room went silent. The judge looked at Karen. "Did you disclose this history?" Karen muttered something about irrelevant personal matters. The judge stood. "Case dismissed. Seizure denied. HOA is to cease further action and remove the lien immediately." Karen sat down, hard. After court, Nora approached Eli. "Why did you stand up for me?" Eli shrugged. "Because you stood up for this neighborhood long before anyone knew your name. Some of us remember. If you believe compassion should never be forgotten,